To me, Abigail was a delicious poison, an intoxicating, overwhelming poison. Yowie wowie!
What's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Abby's Window, and hopefully, we can help you relax and understand that not everything that you read on social media is true. Um, have a little bit of discernment when you're reading certain things. Um, Everyone just kind of take a collective deep breath and woosah, just woosah. Um, Not everything that you read is accurate, especially on Twitter. You have some people trying to make a name for themselves or further their reach. Um, so just be careful. We're going to talk about it. So before we start talking about that, though, we're going to give our introduction. So we have Nicole with us today. Nicole, how are you?
Good, thank you, Jeff. It's good to be back. I've been on hiatus away from social media for a while because of the toxic people that you mentioned earlier. So it's worked wonders for me, but I do miss being on Abby and being with you guys. So I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you. Glad you're here with us. And obviously, we have to have Abby with us. Jodie Gilly, how are you, Jodie?
Doing good, doing good. Happy to have my girl Nicole back. Hey,
Good,
it was a year ago today that we met for the first time.
That's right.
Wow. Small world. It's crazy. That's insane. That's right. It is a year. It was when we saw Bray in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think that it's been a year, but it has been. But yeah, thank you all for joining us this evening. I want to give a special shout out to our channel members with your own sound. So there you go. Let's see who we've got. I'll shout out everybody. So we've got Chad Schrader, Rara Kitty, Isaac, Hassan, Jeremy, who's a member of the channel. Big Dan, John Bennett, Diana, King Chris, Shane Loki, Sean Aker, James Chadwick, Bruno, Herdy Sketch, what's up? Alicia P, Christopher, Matt, Jeremy Stewart, Marvin, Eric D, 22B, and let's see, we've got Seth 725. Yeah, I think I got everybody. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. If you come in after this, welcome. We're not trying to purposely not say your name, but we do have to get moving because we do have quite a bit to talk about. Calm Show, what's up? Erase Your Mind, hello. I'm gonna try to get to people as you come in. So let's address the elephant in the room. There have been a lot of rumors out there, based on gosh knows what. The Blissful Giants fan, Michael King, EJ Movement, welcome. So we're going to share some news from a reliable source, Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp. I'm not going to read all of that because one, my eyesight isn't great enough to do that, and two, just know that this is a lot of information to show that Bray has not walked out. He's still there.
He wasn't fired.
He wasn't fired. And this is the latest bit of news and an update on the Bray Wyatt story. WWE Creative was told in recent weeks that Bray had been sidelined with an illness. There's no timetable on his return as of now, but they didn't expect it to be long term when they got the news. He hasn't been at recent WWE live events or television. He also wasn't on the internal MSG rundown as of Friday. That's in reference to the show at Madison Square Garden yesterday. So I am going to go to Nicole and Jodie. I'm going to start with you, Nicole. What would be your advice to folks as they see some of this stuff and read it on social media?
There's nothing that you can do other than just support Bray. If you're a true Bray Wyatt fan or you're a true fan of Wyndham Rotunda's work, always support him. No need for negative energy. I'm sure he wouldn't want that for you, and you shouldn't. No one should get sick over something that you can't control, no matter what it is. You know, people have to understand that these guys are human beings. You know, they have lives, and they need to understand that they don't have to tell you everything that goes on in their lives. That's none of anybody's concern. They don't have to if they don't have to say anything. So all we can do is everyone, just like Jeff says in the beginning, everyone needs to chill and things will work out. Trust me. He will. If anything, if God forbid anything, they would have said something from the beginning. But thank God it's nothing too serious. And he'll most likely be back before WrestleMania comes. I guarantee you. So my advice, short and sweet, everybody just, if you're a true Bray Wyatt fan like me, Jody and Jeff and Dom and everybody, continue supporting him. Continue to support Bray and things will work out. Promise you that.
Yes. Great words there from Nicole. Jody, your thoughts.
Well, thank the trash social media platforms that have pushed and pushed until, you know, they had something come out that obviously Bray wanted to keep private.
Exactly.
So, yeah. We do hope that he feels better soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now that you guys know that, you know, it's an illness of some kind, that is going to remain private information, I'm sure. You know, just keep him in your thoughts and prayers and keep supporting him. And, you know, if he's not on TV, don't assume the worst. You know, because like I said, you know, like Nicole said, if it was something super serious, or he walked out,
he himself would have addressed it himself.
They would have said something.
Mm-hmm. If it was something, God forbid, anything horrible, he himself would have probably addressed it.
Right.
So, but you get people that just
trash social media platforms.
Yeah.
You know, for pushing something out that he obviously didn't want people to know. Otherwise, he would have said something.
Right.
Hello, Jesse Callan.
Yeah, give the man some space.
That's it.
Just chill. He'll be back. I have no doubt about that.
Crap happens, guys. We are all human beings. That's
exactly.
At the end of the day, we are all human beings. These guys are not robots. All these wrestlers, they're human beings, and they have lives, and they have things that happen, and they have to take care of it. You know, their life comes first before anything.
And even if this update wouldn't have come out, I would have said something pretty similar, like give the man some space. You know, he has every right to take time off. He has every right to his privacy as well. So
exactly. And people spreading false rumors doesn't help either.
No,
it does not help either. Him walking out, that was completely false. Because number one, he came back. Why would he want to leave?
Right.
Well, number one, he loves wrestling, and number two, he loves the fans so much. If you see his after matches when he has with LA Knight, he goes to the crowd and he loves being around us. He loves you. He loves all of us.
Yep.
You know, why would he want to leave? He's not going to leave. Never.
Yeah. No. He's not going to.
Joe is in the house. What's up, Joe?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Illness can mean a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, it can mean, I don't know, appendicitis or the flu or, you know, surgery, or it can mean any number of things. So
Right.
if they don't come out and say what exactly the illness is, just leave it alone.
Leave it be.
Just leave it be.
It's no one's
And-
concern but him and his family. That's it.
Exactly.
And
And I think, go ahead,
people
Jody.
people that he wants to know. No.
Right.
And that's it. That's all
Right.
you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I think as fans, it's perfectly fine to be concerned, but when we take it to a point to where we're like, I've seen some fans on social media make comments in a way that it's almost like they're owed some type of explanation. You're not. He has a private life outside of what he does in the public eye. I
And
know
we
a
know
lot
he's
of,
a private dude.
he's a private dude, so I know a lot of times people feel like they have to know what's going on with celebrities and athletes, but we don't. Like Jody said, keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and keep it at that. And I think a lot of times we get into trouble when we go searching for something, anything, and we don't discern what's truth or what's the possibility of something being false. And I feel like we need to take a chill pill. I said this last night on the show, but people just need to take a chill pill because give the man a little bit of space. Let him.
I said this earlier. If it didn't come from the horse's mouth and it came from the horse's ass, it is complete BS, folks.
Yeah.
As the late and great George Carlin has said, the comedian George Carlin, it's all bullshit and it's bad for you. Don't believe in rumors.
And he doesn't need to be on TV every week, even if it wasn't, like I said, if this update didn't come out right before we started, like, he doesn't need to be on TV every week. How many times during that buildup between him and Undertaker did we see Undertaker on TV? Twice?
Right.
WrestleMania? I didn't, to my knowledge, I didn't see anybody saying, "Oh, Undertaker's never coming back now." No.
He doesn't have to show up every single week. Roman Reigns doesn't show up every single week.
Nope.
Right.
Nor does he need to, and it makes his appearances when you do see him that much more special,
more meaningful. Yeah,
it's more meaningful. So, again, I get that we all hung in when he was gone for over a year. He's gonna let's say he's gone for 15 months. Let's say that he's gone for another 2 or 3 weeks, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
it's okay. Like it's gonna be okay. And people that don't understand, because I saw this out there too. Someone made the comment, well, how can he be injured if he's only wrestled this amount of time? And
we know he has a broken finger.
Yeah, he has a broken finger. But the other part that people don't realize is when you're a wrestler, you have to get back into wrestling shape. That doesn't mean conditioning, but it means your body has to get adjusted again to taking bumps.
Yeah.
And if you've never taken a bump before, I
encourage you to do so.
I encourage you to go find a local wrestling school and ask them to show you how to properly take a bump. Take 3 bumps. I'm not even telling you to go through a whole workout. I'm just telling you to take 3, and then tell me how you feel in a week, and let me know. So again, people need to understand that if wrestling was as easy as some people think behind their keyboards, they would be doing it.
Yep.
But it's not, and they're not. So it's okay to be concerned.
Yeah, we're not saying you can't be worried. It's okay to be concerned for Bray, but don't jump to conclusions and say that this happened. Meanwhile, that's not the case.
Right. So just relax. Hopefully this has helped you relax a little bit.
This channel is about positivity.
Yes.
It's not about no hatred, no negativity. Even if you disagree about certain things, we still respect it. When Dom is here and he says whatever he says, we respect him. And because he respects us right back.
Right.
That's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. Respect, kindness. We need to spread more of that. No more hatred, guys. It's a waste of energy.
We've got to be the example.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
we're here to support Bray. Let's go.
That's right.
That's right. So if you follow my last bit of advice about this is just realize that anyone can put anything into their Twitter or Facebook or whatever bio. So if they call themselves a reporter, ask them what site they work for, ask them who their sources are. And if they just give you a bunch of random names, or if they give you a bunch of BS, you should be able to tell. They might not give you exact names, or they can at least give you positions or something like that. But just be careful online. Yes, you are correct, James. There are certain things that I can't say, but James Chadwick is my translator. So James Chadwick can say certain things that I can't say. But James is my translator. Sometimes he can pick up the energy that I'm putting out there sometimes.
Right. Jed Shepard said it. Don't be a dick.
Yes, there you go.
Plain and simple.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Those are words to live by. That's a powerful life lesson. For not
it
just
costs you $0.00 to be a good person.
Exactly. Yeah. So I feel like we've spent enough time on that, on those people. Let's talk about what we would like to see next. So when Bray does return, I'll start with, which he will. He will return.
He'll definitely be back before Mania.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
When he does return, Jodie, I'll start with you this time. What would you like to see the man do?
I want that Mania match to be something that's never happened before. I want him to really, really not just think outside the box. I want him to shatter the box and then piss on it.
There you go. What does that? What does that look like to you?
Oh man!
How would Jodie? How would Abby book it? Same question for you in the chat too. What do you want to see, and how would you book it?
I mean, you got to think about who he's going up against. This is Bobby Lashley, so it's going to be very physical. So I would like to see some kind of stipulation. I really enjoyed the strap match that he had with Daniel Bryan. I wouldn't mind seeing another one of those. Hey, quit. Stupid dog. Yeah, something different. Like bring that supernatural stuff into it. Yeah. I'm going to go with a strap match.
Strap match, okay.
But have stuff, I like that Isaac to make false count anywhere. Yeah. And, something like every time Bobby tries to get the hurt lock, one of his characters interrupts. Like maybe a puppet interrupts and stops him from doing getting the hurt lock in.
I like that. I really do like that. Nicole, what do you want to see, and how would you book it?
I'm still stuck with I have a feeling that Bobby Lashley is going to bring back the Hurt Business towards the end before WrestleMania happens. Then when that happens, like the day of WrestleMania when they fight, like he's surrounded, like they're fighting him, but then the Hurt Business gets involved, and then what happens? The lights go out, and you see his family. Uncle Howdy, Vincent.
I was just going to say Vincent.
Dutch, and maybe Alexa Bliss, because she's been out. And if you noticed, the last time you saw the Firefly Funhouse, when the door opened, there was the Jack in the Box, and that was hers. And there was like a scream saying, "No, please get away from me." I think that must have been her. So I might have a hunch that she might be back with him. I don't know. But I most certainly think that Vincent, Dutch, Uncle Howdy will be there to help Bray. And it'll be like them and the Hurt Business. And then Bray would get the win.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take. That would be how I would book it.
Yeah, I would love to see Vincent show up. Oh my goodness.
He's here. What's up, Britt?
What's up, Britt?
Hey, Brittany. Hello to everyone that has recently joined us. Alicia P saying she wants a Heaven and Hell match. I've been trademarking this. Now I want Heaven and Hell. That
Heaven
sounds.
and Hell.
How would you? Okay, so you got to give us some. You got to give us some details, Alicia. How would you book this?
This I really want to hear this.
I really want to hear how you would do this.
What if you had his different characters have their darker counterpoint?
Ooh.
As far as like Heaven and Hell. So you have, you've got the Fiend with this new character mask that we saw. And maybe you have one of the puppets against their darker. Maybe we see both versions of the puppets, the ones that we saw when he returned. You know what I mean? So we see both sides. We kind of we have the perspective of this match from Limbo.
Okay. I like that.
That's cool.
I like that. Yeah, we've got some good ideas here in the chat. Let's
Honestly, anything could happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because if you also think about it, when Bray's last interview, he was saying that he doesn't look back in his matches. The Fiend died, and he may not be the Hawaiian shirt because he can't do it without Brody. But what has he been doing the past couple weeks after he said that? He's watching his matches. 2 weeks. He started watching his matches. So it could be possible we could see. It could be possible that we could see either Swamp Bray or the Fiend. Can you imagine?
Plus, Howdy did say that Bray was a liar, and
he said you sent him, and they keep mentioning him, which is
sent him away.
Mean. Yep. And Alexa Bliss might be the one that has to open that Jack in the Box to bring him back.
She opened the door, I think.
He opened the door, yeah. Anything could happen, like I said. And honestly, you don't know. And I'd rather not. I like being surprised.
Me too. I really, really do. And, Bray has kind of conditioned me that way.
Yeah.
Even though, me and you, Nicole, we know him and stuff, he wouldn't tell me things anyway, as far as creative goes.
No, yeah.
I wouldn't want to know. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
No, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy being surprised. So A, he wouldn't tell me, and B, I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah, the last time I saw him, which was obviously a year ago from today, he said, "I can't tell you guys yet, but I have something really cool I want to share with you." So it's awesome. I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I'm just along for the ride.
That's it.
It's fun.
It is.
It's fun that way to be along for the ride, and
it's like riding a roller coaster in the dark.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah. So here's Alicia's idea. It says kind of 2 rings on top of each other. I need to do a picture of it. You have to send your opponent to hell in the early process. Okay.
Ooh.
That is different.
That is different. I like that.
You want to talk about badass? That sounds pretty badass.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sending someone to hell. Damn, that's one hell of a fall.
That is. Dalton Riley kind of mentioned something here that I was going to say. The only way to win is to make the opponent say I quit. I would love to see these two in an I quit match.
Ooh,
I quit match, huh?
Yeah.
James Chadwick. I like
3 stages of hell, each pinfall against a different Bray gimmick. Oh, that's nice.
I like that.
I like Mick Foley with the 3 different Foley characters. Same thing. Yes, I'm for that. I saw a cage, like a Inferno cage match. I saw someone put.
That'd be cool.
That's different too.
That
But,
would, yeah.
These ideas.
and somebody said it earlier in the chat. You put Rob Fee, Jason Baker, Tom Savini, and Bray together. It's whatever it is, it's going to be freaking awesome.
And not to mention, Code Orange is going to be performing Shattered live at WrestleMania. That's also going to be sick to
I
see.
hope so. I hope so, because that's going to be freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to throw another one out there too. I know WWE has borrowed a few ideas from Impact Wrestling. We'll call it borrowing. So I'm going to throw another one out there, a Monsters Ball match. And basically, for everyone that doesn't watch Impact, Monsters Ball is when you lock the opponents in a dark room for 24 hours, no food, no water, just lock them in there for 24 hours, and then they go at it. No holds barred, anything goes. I think that would be really cool, because I think what you could do with that is you could lock Bray in there, but have someone else come out. Have another one of his characters come out. That's kind of emerged from the darkness, so to speak.
Wow.
So I would throw that out there. A Monsters Ball match. I mean, listen, WWE's already borrowed enough, so they can borrow one more match. They can take one more. It'll be fine. We'll be okay with it. But I would love to see that, because I would like to see what they could do in terms of character development with Bobby Lashley and how the darkness and all of that affects him. But also we could see something truly, truly special emerge from the darkness, from the room with Bray.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, how about this one? I thought of this one. They haven't done this kind of thing in a very long time since Undertaker and Mankind. Boiler Room Brawl.
There you go.
Boiler Room Brawl. False count anywhere. That they haven't done that since Undertaker and Mankind. And that was in the late 90s. That was in the 90s.
In the 90s.
I'd like that. I could see that.
A lot of fun ways you can go with this.
Yep.
Another question that I have for the two of you, and we'll start with Nicole this time. Do you think we get something darker than we've ever seen following this WrestleMania? Do you think we'll have some entity that is darker than the Fiend or anything we've seen from Bray Wyatt up to this point?
Well, we still haven't seen enough of that. The one with that we saw in the pitch black match. The one with the new mask that he has on. So we definitely will see that again. So, but I mean, probably during the beginning, maybe in the beginning, it's just Bray, and then towards the end, you're going to see that mask again. And like he's getting beat down by Bobby Lashley or something. Like, let's say like the Hurt Business and the whole Dutch thing didn't happen, right? And it's just them. And like Bobby Lashley's got the hand, like an upper hand, like he's looked like he's going to have match winning. And then all of a sudden lights go out or something happens, flickering, and you're going to see Bray with that mask and Bobby Lashley gets slaughtered. That's something I would say. Say something like along the lines of that. And maybe the puppets could be surrounding the ring so Bobby Lashley can't escape.
Ooh.
Someone did bring up a lumberjack match earlier with the different personas.
Yeah, I did see that one too.
I think you could have like the puppets around the ring, kind of like lumberjacks, and that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
That would be really neat.
All right, Jody.
I think it's possible that we do see the Fiend again. Like I could imagine it be similar to his return, only on steroids. That we see all those dark puppets, and I think we definitely see that character again that we saw in the Lights Out match, Pitch Black match, Lights Out match, whatever it was. So I definitely think we'll see that again. And I also think there's a lot of things that we have not seen yet.
Oh, no, yeah.
So yes, I think it's possible that it does get darker.
I mean, if you think about it, this would be some long-term storytelling, but we saw Kyle give us drawings of each of the puppets represented in a darker manner.
Yep.
So, I mean, could those come to life potentially? That would make things very dark. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to see Huskus because that drawing of Huskus that he did, the darker version was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
On point.
Yeah, that's something crazy. Michael King says amusement park death match. You got
Oh gosh.
Michael, you gotta explain that one to us. I gotta hear more about that.
That would have to take place outside.
Yeah. All right. So since I've seen a lot of comments about this in the chat, I'm going to ask, do we think that Miss Bliss gets involved at WrestleMania somehow? I think you alluded to it earlier, Nicole, but I'll start with you again this time.
I'd say so, but I don't think she's gonna do what she did. I don't think she's gonna do what she did last time. You know, I don't know. I don't know if they're continuing that story. I mean, I think they scrapped it because I don't know if he's going after getting revenge or whatever. I don't know if that's the case anymore. So I think she will be involved, but I think she might help him. I don't know.
Jodie.
What do you think, Jodie?
I don't know. I think she will be involved at some point. I don't think it's at WrestleMania.
All right. Maybe the Monday after Mania?
Yeah. Because if you think about it this way, if she gets involved, it's either going to be to stop him from winning like she did last time, or it's going to be to help him win. And I just don't think he needs that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be just fine on his own. I think he's going to beat Bobby Lashley. Yeah. So, but no, I don't think it happens at Mania. I think this is going to, the focus is going to stay on Bray and Lashley.
All right.
Big Dan saying, how about Cabin of Carnage, where they fight in a cabin full of weapons, barbed wire, bats, chairs, kendo sticks, etc. You have to drag your opponent to the ring and pin them there to win.
That's cool.
That would be interesting.
It's almost like the boiler room brawl, except that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. People are saying that she brings back the Fiend.
Yep.
So, hey.
Why would they bring that Jack in the Box back again in that Funhouse episode?
Yeah.
I think she'll have some involvement. I don't know that it'll turn out the way some people think, because I think that maybe in the midst of all of this, a little bit of revenge, dare I say retribution, to the dismay of Joe. There may be some retribution gained at the expense of Miss Bliss. Just gonna throw that out there. That's a possibility, because I don't think he's forgotten.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't either.
So there's a possibility there. To keep the conversation going here, when do we think? When do we? Joe just said no.
Retribution.
Yeah. I knew that would be a hit with Joe. So in terms of Bobby, what do you want this feud, this encounter? Do you think? I have a lot to say to one of those comments, so I'm going to be nice. Lord, please let me be nice today. Okay. So do you think that anything happens with Bobby? Do we see any changes from Bobby as a result of encountering Bray? Any character changes for him? You think he gets a little bit more. You think he gets a little darker or a little more sinister in what he does, or
I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
think
we
so.
didn't see a big change with LA Knight,
Yeah, no.
but I did just have a thought. What if at WrestleMania he forces Bobby to play little kid games?
that would be awesome.
I like that. Making him play
Because he
kid
keeps
games all the
saying,
time.
I don't play little kid games. What if he forces him to play little kid games? Almost like a funhouse match.
I was just about to throw out a part of that match to both of you. You remember when he had Cena lifting weights?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty significant that we saw the Muscle Man again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you think that maybe he challenges Bobby to a little weightlifting competition to tire him out?
Mm.
I don't know.
Get him pumping that iron and burn him out a little bit, and then just
And then he can't lift his arms.
beat the crap out of him. So then he can't do the hurt lock.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just think it would be neat to kind of like, we were talking about Bray saying he doesn't watch his matches, and maybe Howdy was forcing him to watch. Maybe Howdy's gonna force Bobby to play games.
I'd say that. I could see that happening.
All right, so Jody, since you brought that up, now you got to book the games. What games would you have Bobby play? I got to see something ridiculous because I want to see Bobby be ridiculous.
How about hide and seek?
I'd love it. Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Good. Ready or not, here I come. Something like that, and then he finds he'll find like the puppets, not the adult puppets, but the puppets, the toys. Mm-hmm. Those things, and then towards the end he finds Bray, and then maybe he'll give him a Sister Abigail, Mandible Claw, or either of those.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Hide and seek for sure. What's other, like, I don't know.
A lot of people are saying hopscotch.
Have them play with the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that.
Jack
in the Box. And maybe Bobby unintentionally brings back the Fiend by playing with the Jack in the Box.
There you go.
That would be cool. That would be a swerve.
How fun would it be if Bray's doing an episode of the Firefly Funhouse, and we have the kids that are part of the audience.
Yeah.
Have Bobby as one of the kids sitting with them, crisscross applesauce.
That'd be funny.
Limbo.
That's
what they can play.
Yeah.
Limbo is another one.
We've seen him play that before. Did someone say limbo?
Hysterical. Those episodes were just great.
Tag. Some people are saying tag, duck, duck, goose from Sean Aker. I love that.
Goose.
But Bobby,
red light, green light.
Hide and seek.
Red light, green light. And then when it's red light, watch out. Oh my God, yes. I just thought of that.
I like that.
Red light, green light.
Mm-hmm. But Bobby keeps talking about, the puppets. He keeps playing with his little puppets and little kid games. So I could definitely see the puppets being involved somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to see them make Bobby kind of childlike in some ways, this big hulking person. Make him childlike in some ways.
Yeah.
Have him playing these kid games and just getting frustrated the entire way. And we just see the frustration continuing to build. Gosh.
And his mind can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Until he breaks.
Yep. I would love it. Oh my goodness. So I think
what if he can't get the hurt lock in because he's mentally broken? He's not Bobby Lashley anymore.
Yeah.
I want
you to go a little bit deeper with that, Jody.
Like Bray just continues to break him down until he just snaps and he's not he's not Bobby Lashley anymore. He forgets who he is because he's gone. His mind has just been shattered. No pun intended. So he's not Bobby Lashley anymore. And he can't get the Hurt Lock because that's Bobby's move, and he's not Bobby anymore. He's kind of lost himself.
I could see that happening at probably like towards the end before WrestleMania weekend comes.
Or during the match.
Or during the match, yeah.
He could get the yips like the Dallas Cowboys kicker who missed 4 extra points. Bobby could get the yips. Sorry, Joe. He could get the yips and not be able to put on the Hurt Lock or do some of his signature moves in there because he's changed. I like that.
He just tweeted, by the way.
Bobby?
Yes, he said, "I've worked too hard to be denied. I will be ready to fight on the biggest stage of them all. I don't care who it is. Somebody will feel the wrath of the Almighty."
We'll see about that.
Interesting timing too, wouldn't you say?
Oh, for sure.
Just given all of the stuff, I think that's a good sign. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah.
I think you can
It
infer
is a good sign.
that he's talking about, I don't care which version of Bray I get.
Yeah. So speaking of, start with Nicole on this one. Bray wins the match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In dominant fashion?
Like, is it going to be a squash?
Like a squash match is what you mean?
Yeah. Not necessarily a squash, but just Bray and
honestly,
Bobby doesn't have a shot.
I picture this match being a little bit more, not just longer, but more. I'm trying to find a right word for this. Like more storytelling in it, if that makes sense. Like more to it, not just them. Like something happens in between. Like remember when I said that Bobby, if Bobby continuously beats up Bray, and then towards the end, like the lights go out or whatever, and you see Bray with that mask, and then it just gets all hell breaks loose, and Bobby gets destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I don't think it'll be like a squash. I don't think it'll be like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Joe with a good point. Might be a surprise now. We might not know Bray will be at Mania prior to the show. Everyone is worried, and then he shows up.
He shows up.
He shows up. Everybody knows who he is.
Yes. All right, Jody, give us your thoughts on how you think this match plays out.
I think there'll be a lot of back and forth, actually. Bobby's very, very strong physically, and I can't really see them, having Bray just completely dominate that. I think there'll be a lot of back and forth, physically and mentally, and I do think that Bray comes out winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this match is just as important for Bobby going forward. Because I think this could just depending on what they do, and if we do end up getting the Fiend, I think having him have a strong showing is good for his future. Because I think, quite honestly, I want to see him as a heel being the one to challenge a face champion if we get Cody Rhodes as champion after WrestleMania.
I think we will.
Which I kind of feel like we will. So I want to see Bobby Lashley, in that heel kind of bag. And I want him to be vicious, because I think if they end up making that change with Cody as the champion, I think having him go against the best version of his opponents is only going to help solidify his reign and legitimize it. I mean, I think he's going to be a great champion if that's what they do. And he's going to be so over with the crowd. But I think having opponents like a dialed up Bobby Lashley and being able to beat someone like that, I don't know. I think that would be really cool to see.
I always liked Bobby Lashley. I always thought he was champion material.
Oh,
Always
yeah.
liked him when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Hanzo? Thank you for joining. Hello to anyone that's recently joined us. Thank you for joining us this evening. So we think Bray's gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look down the road a little bit. We did this before after LA Night. We'll do it again. We'll see if anybody gets this right. And I'm gonna throw this out to the chat too. Who's next? Who would you like to see next after Bobby Lashley?
Well, if the idea that happens with him, Dutch, and Vincent happen, maybe what's another team that they could go after? Maybe like I wouldn't say the Bloodline because they'd already get slaughtered at Mania. I mean, that in my opinion, I think the Usos might lose the tag titles and Roman Reigns might be dethroned. So I'm trying to think some sort of tag team.
Okay.
They could go after like the Viking Raiders, or if it's not that, Bray and Karrion Kross.
Go.
Bray and Karrion Kross. And if Alexa Bliss is with Bray Wyatt, Alexa Bliss and Bray versus Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
There you go. Book it. Hanzo, thank you for the donation saying Wyndham will be fine. He's got a plan his stag do. LOL. So Jodie, who do you want to see next?
I'm going to go a little out of left field here. I'm going to say Kevin Owens.
I love that. I always like Kevin Owens and Bray. I feel like they didn't get enough. They didn't get a feud that we didn't get enough of that. I love them both. Those are my two favorites.
It's just a gut feeling. I'm probably wrong, but yeah, Kevin Owens. I would love that.
That would be. And Kevin Owens has a good promo too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here's one out of left field. The New Day.
The New Day. Which one? Xavier Woods?
I think just the group as a whole.
Just the group?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not play little mind games with them? The other one that I would say too, and this is one that I'm really holding on hope for, and I'm probably completely wrong, and that's fine. But whenever Randy Orton returns, I want to.
Ray's not done with him when he comes back.
He's not.
He's not done with him.
And they did have really good chemistry together.
Oh yeah,
the New Day and Bray.
Yep,
they really, really did.
I want to see it again.
But with Bray's new family.
Yep.
Dutch, Vincent, and Bray, Wyatt 6 versus the New Day. And what was it? Where did they have that feud? In Abigail's house or something? No.
It was in the woods, wasn't it?
It was in the woods, right?
Yeah.
It was in the woods. When it was Bray, Eric Rowan, and Braun, and it was the New Day. I personally enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
awesome. That was awesome.
Kevin and Sammy versus Bray and Howdy, says Sean Aker.
I'd be okay with that too.
That'd be intriguing. I like that. Yeah, I'd really like that.
What about Drew?
That's different. Drew McIntyre. Why not?
Someone did say the brawling brutes earlier. I think it was EJ Movement who said this, and they were watching another video, and I think I might have mentioned this last week. I'm not sure, but what if the Wyatt Six are the different versions of Howdy?
Mm-hmm.
6 different versions of Howdy. I mean, we've seen a couple different people portraying Howdy up to this point. So what do we think do we think that's the Wyatt Six, or do we think that's something else?
I think it definitely could be. I mean, if you remember, going back to the Black Phone, he had several different masks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and we have seen different masks on Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the first mask that we saw is just for show.
Yeah.
But the one that we're currently seeing is for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I personally, because if you could tell, the one that's wrestling, there's an opening here, and obviously you could see Bo Dallas's mouth and beard.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what I think.
Honestly, I don't know the significance of the Wyatt Six. It could be anything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It really could. Bray said in that interview too that people don't, once people understand who Howdy really is and where he comes from.
Bray did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Didn't he say it's not some guy in a mask or?
Yep.
He's much more than that.
He's much more than that. So it's possible that, Bray, the character of Bray Wyatt, is a mask.
Mm. Yep. Hanzo saying left field, but Bray versus Sheamus.
Ooh.
I'm down for that. Sheamus is a great wrestler too.
Yep.
I hope he wins at Mania, to be honest with you. He's my pick to win the IC title.
There you go.
Yeah.
I personally think I think they would make good chemistry too. Didn't they have a match, or no? They didn't have a match yet. Bray and Sheamus. No.
I don't think so.
I know they teamed up at one point briefly. It was briefly when I think he had the Money in the Bank briefcase. Sheamus.
Mm.
There was a point that I think it was him, Harper, and Bray. They had a feud with somebody. I forgot who it was, but I could be wrong. It's been such a long time.
I know.
Jesse Callan saying Bray versus Gunther.
Oh, Gunther, man. You don't play, Gunther. Forget it. You don't play. That man's a freaking beast. Like, right, literally the beast.
Without the belt involved, though.
You said with or without the belt?
Without the belt involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Plus, you can play little mind games with Imperium as a whole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another faction you could do something with. So that I like that. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Hanzo saying, imagine Sheamus in the fun house with the puppets drinking Guinness with hustlers.
Can you imagine? Anything could happen in the fun house.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's Bray's imagination. He makes it happen.
Mm-hmm. We're literally, I think we're literally seeing his imagination come to life.
Yep.
And it's great. It's great. Ooh, AJ Styles.
I like that.
I love AJ Styles.
Ooh.
And I wouldn't mind that either.
Huh?
I would not mind that either.
Nope.
I love AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Hurdy sketch saying hit row.
Ooh, they did have that interaction.
Yeah. Maybe Hit Row will get
Mm.
revenge at one point.
All right.
Joe just said Bray does have a history with Cody.
He does.
Back in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Down the road, I could see that. Down the road, yes. They will bump heads together.
I would love to see that. I think you could go there too if they decide to keep the belt on Roman. I think you can do that after that Mania match.
I sincerely hope they don't take it off. They do take it off of Roman.
You hope they do.
I think it's
Me
time.
too.
I think A, it's time, and B, it's Cody.
Right.
It's too perfect.
Yeah. It's a great story.
It's an amazing story.
This is cinema.
Yeah.
Bloodline equals cinema.
Like you can't, it writes itself.
It does. I personally think that if Martin Scorsese actually saw this whole story with the bloodline, he'd be impressed.
I agree with that. I do agree. Yeah, I agree.
Martin Scorsese made masterpiece, and if he saw that, he'd be like, "Wow!"
And
Why didn't he get an award?
Everybody wants the demon versus.
Yep.
Ooh, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. We could have that.
Everybody
Bray
wants
Wyatt
the demon
Finn.
versus the fiend.
Yep.
We never got it.
Yep.
Bray
James
versus
Chadwick.
JC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that. I wouldn't mind him teaming up, going up against Seth again.
Yep.
They have such
that.
they have such amazing chemistry in the ring together. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
Yep. I think we had C Wrestling in here earlier, so I'm sorry I missed you earlier, C. Deanna.
C
Hello.
Wrestling. I love listening to his channel. He's awesome.
Yeah. He is.
I was talking to him days ago.
Deanna saying being perfect is why I think Jay needs to take the belt off of Roman.
Being too perfect. Yeah.
Being too
why
perfect.
Jay needs to take the belt off Roman.
Well,
I don't know.
you know what I think might happen at Mania? Why Jay went back with him is obviously to protect his brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two, I personally think that when Cody and Roman fight, I think that they're going to make it seem like Jay and Jimmy are going to help Roman, and they're going to turn on him.
They both turn on him.
That's what I say. They're both going to turn on him. That's for all the abuse that Roman gave him for years. That's long-term storytelling. You want to talk about long-term storytelling? Mm-hmm. The place will pop. The place will pop just like it will pop when Rey Mysterio beats the living crap out of that little shit Dom. That's going to be another big pop. Oh, there's going to be so many great moments at WrestleMania.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
I'm actually stoked for this one. I'm actually stoked.
Ooh, Bray versus Edge.
I like
Bray
that.
versus Edge is a good one too. I think Edge may be done though. I think he said he was done wrestling after he fights this Mania, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
James Chadwick saying Bray versus Dexter Lumis.
Ooh.
Yes. Dexter Lumis.
I'd be okay with that. There's so many. Like
I
wouldn't mind seeing Bray and Braun feud again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Alexander saying Bray versus Jay White. That would be interesting.
Jay White, huh?
Yeah, Jay White coming from New Japan.
Wow.
Christopher saying Bray Wyatt versus Logan Paul.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, instinctual reaction.
The minute he gets in the ring, Bray Wyatt should just give him the animal claw and that's it. Just go home.
Ugh. He should have just stayed home.
Jesu.
Yeah, he should have just stayed home in the first place. He should never showed up in WWE ever.
Can't wait for Seth Rollins to literally kick his face. Seriously, it drives me crazy.
James Grant saying Bray versus Braun Breaker.
Braun Breakers. All right.
Could you see if we're getting some kind of Wyatt 6? What do you guys think about pulling Corbin into it?
Pulling Corbin into it.
That's interesting.
He would have to go back to being the lone wolf. He would have to go back to being the lone wolf, but he has to be like a much darker version of the lone wolf.
I think you can do that though by pulling him into it. You can make him feel reconnected to that darkness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think you can make him feel like he's got to be a part of that.
Corbin needs a push. He's not being used.
He was good as the lone wolf. He was very good. He was.
And now, instead of being the lone wolf, he could just be the big bad wolf.
Nice. Oh, yes.
We've seen the big bad wolf on
Yes.
those pictures.
Just like the QR codes.
Mhm.
Holy shit. That insane.
I would
That was
enjoy
good, Jeff. That was
I
good.
think, Corbin needs a change so
Yes.
that,
Feel bad.
yeah, like he's being underutilized. Like he's so much better than what they're using him
He
for.
joins Bray and becomes exactly what Jeff said. That would be a great comeback. What a comeback that would be for Baron.
And if anybody can catapult him again, it would be Bray.
It would be Bray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just have
Embrace that darkness, just like Darth Vader. Embrace that darkness.
Embrace your darkness.
Have them just be menacing, and
you don't even have to say a word.
Don't say
it's just
don't
like
have
Sting.
them talk
Beat the
at
hell
all.
out of everybody.
Rare Kitty wants the Miz versus Bray again.
Miz.
I didn't mind it.
I don't mind it either.
We never really got a conclusion to that story either.
No. The Miz never fought the Fiend, but he fought Funhouse Bray. He never encountered with the Fiend. But maybe if that were the case, he'd be encountering with the new character. If it's not the Fiend, it could be that other character with the new mask.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Yes.
That mask is insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, like Deanna said, revel in who you are.
Revel in who you are.
Corbin is the lone wolf.
Got to embrace who you are.
Who you are, that's right. Jesse says, just got home to my hubby and my child. Best part of my day. Enjoy, Jesse. Enjoy. Cherish
God
those.
bless you. It's all that matters at the end of the day. That's it.
That's right. Cherish those.
Is it safe to say Bray still signed? Yes.
Of course. He ain't going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Fine. He's A-okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alexander is saying Bray versus Montez Ford.
Ooh.
That's different, and I like it.
Could you have Bray and Alexa versus Montez and Bianca?
That I would love.
I like that. Book it. Book it.
James Grant saying, give me Bray versus Logan Paul just so I can watch Logan get destroyed.
All right.
I'd rather just not see him at all, honestly.
Jody's like, I'm all good, thanks.
Yeah, I'd rather just not see him at all.
Imagine Bray versus Darby Allin if you ever went to if Darby Allin ever came to WWE with the face paint that he does, holy crap. And he's one of my favorites. I think he's up there, one of my favorite AEW wrestlers. That would be a cool story that they would tell.
Yeah, I would love that. All right, here's another one out of left field, and this is just me being a selfish fan right now. What if they somehow talked Matt Hardy into coming back?
Dolly.
I would pass.
Yes. I can't help it. That was an awesome tag team. I love them.
I would completely lose.
The Deletus of Worlds was freaking great. They were awesome together. They had chemistry too, Matt and Bray.
I would love it. Bring it.
Yeah. I would love that because I just want to see those two work together again, and it was beautiful what they created.
It was poetry.
It was great. So
literally poetry. The stuff that they would take photos of themselves like if they were back in time. I thought that was pretty dope. That was pretty cool. They really were great, in my opinion. That was a great tag team.
Aesthetic Wyatt 6 saying, this is a question. Will we see Vincent and Dutch soon?
It's a strong possibility.
I think so. Whether or not they're with Bray, I don't know.
It's still in the air, but we don't listen. Maybe they could be already in the works, but we don't know. If they show up at Mania to help Bray or whatever, or if they show up before Mania and be with Bray, it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster.
I keep telling Vincent, like, dude, we need you in a WWE ring soon.
What's crazy is it always happens after Bray's promos or whatever segment he's on. They comment or post something right afterwards. So crazy. And you know who else too? Eric Rowan does the same thing too once in a while. Eric Redbeard does the same thing.
Yeah,
I'd be screaming if Eric Rowan came back. That would be cool. These are the guys that I loved that's for years. It's going to be 10 years since I'm a Firefly. This July, is it July? This July since they debuted in WWE?
Yep.
10 years.
10 years.
Holy shit.
I know. Ugh. We were watching like TikTok the other day, and they were talking about how, these songs are 35 this year, and it went anywhere from like 10 years to 50 years. And me and my husband were just sitting there going, oh my gosh, this was 25 years ago. Really?
Yep.
And at the end of it, we were like, oh, I feel so old right now. I said, babe, we have turned into our parents. Remember when like we used to say that our parents' music was old fashioned, and well, that's us now. The kids are like, why are you guys listening to that stuff?
That's so weird.
I know.
That's so weird. I get that from my kids often. They're like, that's so weird. Why did you listen to that? That was cool when you were younger. Like, yes, this was a great song. Herdy Sketch saying, is Bray secretly gathering the family?
Maybe.
What if they did do that once he came back and use that as a conduit to say, hey, I was away doing this while I was away. I had to take some time to reconnect with some people, to bring some people with me, because I know that I'm going to need them down the line, or something to that effect.
If I know Bray, there's a high possibility he could work this absence into the storyline.
Oh, yeah. I agree with Jody. I say the same thing. I know that he will. There's always a plan B. Said from like Triple H, there's always a plan
B. When it comes to Bray.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yep.
So I have no doubts that they might, that things will get good once Bray is okay and he comes back. It'll all work within the story.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric D 22B saying Bray not been around for over a week and we still sit in this rabbit hole. Hey, we sat in this rabbit hole for over 15 months.
Yeah. We sure did. And we always found something to talk about. I'll tell you guys, we were literally, at sometimes me and Jeff were literally sitting before the show started and we were having a conversation like, what are we going to talk about tonight? And we just got to the point where we were like, I don't know, we'll just wing it. And we always found something to talk about.
Yeah. There's always something to talk about. Bray is such a creative person. He's so creative. There's so many things to talk about. What he did in NXT, when Sister Abigail was first introduced. Like, there's so many things to talk about. And it's very interesting too. Anyone who doesn't think that, they just don't understand.
Yep.
They just don't understand. And that's okay.
That's okay, because it's not for everyone.
And it's not for everybody, exactly. And that's okay too. We respect that.
It's not for everybody, but for the people it is for, we love it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right. So we're gonna go around the horn here for final thoughts and wrap up this episode so folks can
don't forget the art.
Oh yeah.
The artwork. I want to see some artwork.
Let me do that now. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
All right, so here's the first
Yes, Mr. Rob Schamberger. Mr. Rob Schamberger, one of my favorites. I love this guy, and this artwork is beautiful.
I ordered it already. The second it went on sale.
I gotta get it. I have one of his artworks in my room now, but I need to get this one.
I love it. I love it.
Gorgeous.
I love it.
Tremendous.
Like,
Tremendous.
I love
this edit. This is so cool. He looked freaking badass in that outfit. I don't care what anybody. I loved his clothes. I just loved everything. So cool.
That is from Tribal Goat on Twitter. And I love that.
Ooh. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. So props to Eric again for me stealing this from his Instagram page. I don't remember who the artist was, but I love it. I love that Bray's in the foreground. You got Howdy looking on from the background. And
anybody who knows who the artist is, leave their name in the comments so we can shout them out.
Please do.
Please.
Like it says Fresco in the corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to make out what it says. Let me see if I can pull it up in my other program. We'll keep rolling. This is
that's a nice one. Black Mask
design.
There we go.
Yep.
He's been doing some pretty good edits. I love this. I love this one.
Yep, I love it. Got Bobby there.
All right, I gotta say too, this next one.
I love this guy.
Like, that's so dope.
It's so freaking awesome.
I love it.
I love this guy. I follow this guy on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I love his style of artwork. It's like half anime. I love it.
Yeah. It's very, very cartoony, comic book.
Yep.
And, I love that, Brace is running away.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that. And Jodie, you said Fresco on the other Fresco. Yeah, that's what it says. I zoomed in like
a
crazy amount, and it's Fresco. I can't make out the first name. It looks like maybe it's Zoe or something. Z Fresco.
It is.
I'll keep going here. We got some art here from Brittany
K.
Yeah.
Amazing as always.
Yes, it's at the Fresco_wrestling.
Sweet. Oh, I love this one. She sent this one to me. That's a nice one.
Yes, she sent that one to me too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks just like. I mean, it is.
I like that she added the dark lines because it makes the artwork pop more. It really makes it pop, and it actually looks like it's from a comic book, and I like those styles.
Yep, for sure. Sure, I love that.
This is the one that we had before. It's so good.
All the way down to the detail of his tattoos. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's great. And here's this edit.
So this one is Hamlin Lego _blue.
Cool.
On Instagram.
Very cool.
I've done a lot of horrible things to a lot of good people.
It's like he's on a mountain.
And he's got that Howdy in one corner, Fiend in the other. Like, who's gonna win?
Yep. And then we have this last one here.
I love that. So this is Jessie. Only Jessie Callan, and I've already told her. I said I'm gonna need a print of that one.
Yeah, this is so good.
Not Bray related, but it's too good to not share. The detail.
I love it.
It feels like Asuka is about to step out of the screen.
Yes.
I mean, it honestly
it's so
does.
True.
It honestly does feel like Asuka's about to step out of the screen. So thank you all. Thank you to all of the artists for sharing your talents with all of us. And look, we've got someone else.
Hi guys.
Sorry. You are.
So I forgot the clocks went back.
Oh, Jesus.
My sister's been over tonight, so I was like, oh, it's 11:15 or 11:17 where I am, which is the same time, obviously. Yeah,
Oh,
the clocks
man.
have gone back, so I was like, oh, wait a second, whoa, okay, so I've arrived at the end. Well, hi guys,
Hi.
sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
No big deal.
Good.
No big
All good. And just for the folks, Dom, we shared the breaking news a little bit earlier, the reports from Fightful. We shared that if you're just joining us, I'll just put these on screen real quick. Not gonna read through these, but just put them on screen real quick. The latest one is in an update on the Bray Wyatt story. WWE Creative was told in recent weeks that Bray had been sidelined with an illness. There's no timetable on his return as of now, but they didn't expect it to be long term when they got the news. He hasn't been at recent WWE live events or television. He also wasn't on the internal MSG rundown as of Friday, and that's from Fightful. I saw a couple people come in late that were saying a couple things, and I just want to say that's the latest that we have there. Dom, I'll wrap up. I'll just ask you quickly your thoughts on the latest, and then we'll start final thoughts.
Yeah, well, thank you for including me, guys, and again, lovely to be here right at the end. I'm convinced we'll see Bray back. Obviously, a physical issue can mean one of many things. So I would say to everybody, keep your chin up, which I know is a very British phrase, but keep your chin up. It's all going to be good. It's all going to work out in the end, whether he's at WrestleMania or he's not. I think he'll be involved in somehow. There's no reason he can't have a sort of a digital involvement, something on screen or the Titantron. I mean, of course, they did that across the pandemic, so there's no reason they couldn't do something digitally to have him involved somehow. But I wouldn't worry too much. I don't think this is a firing. I don't think he's leaving the company. I think this is, if I was to guess, and I know that's a dirty word, and I would say there's probably an illness involved, and we're just going to have to ride it out, as I'm sure Bray is riding it out, and we'll see him back soon.
That's it.
Absolutely. And Dom, any final thoughts as we wrap up this episode?
Well, I love you guys. I'm sorry I forgot about the clocks going back. I'll be here on time next week. Yeah. nice to see everyone. And thank you for supporting the Insiders. Love you guys.
Yes. Thank you for being here, Dom. It's all good, man. We'll have you back next week, and we'll make sure that we're coordinated. It's all good. Nicole, final thoughts.
Well, just like Dom says, listen, everyone's got to keep their heads up. Bray will be fine, and he will be around before WrestleMania even comes. It's best that this happened now than the weekend of WrestleMania. Let's look at it that way. Because if it was the weekend of WrestleMania, then we'd be in trouble. Well, he'd be in trouble. He'd have to stay home if he was really ill. But
I'd be really sad too, because I'm going all the way to LA. I'd be really sad.
He'll be okay, and we need to have a positive attitude. No more negativity. Don't listen to the rumors. Just like I said earlier, if it didn't come from the horse's mouth, don't listen to it. It's all BS. Just always support Bray. If you're a big Bray Wyatt fan, always support him and keep your head up, and everything will be all right.
There's enough negativity,
Exactly.
We always say, don't be a dick, just try and.
It's true.
And we've talked about it before, guys.
That's it.
There you go. All right, Jodie.
Bray's gonna be fine, you guys. It's okay. And like I said, thank you to social media who wanted to push something that obviously he wanted to keep private. So he's gonna be fine. Just keep him in your prayers and thoughts, and everything's gonna be fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep breaths.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
No panic. No, it's waste of energy. It's
Yeah.
a waste of energy. Is unnecessary, and just enjoy, enjoy what's happening now. And trust me, he will be back before you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Bray's full of surprises. So he'll be back before you know it.
And we all know him. It's if he's not there, something's not right. Because he loves it. He loves being around the fans. So
he loves us too much to not be there.
Yeah. And just I hope he's not stubborn and comes back before he's ready and feels better.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So rest, hydration, Nurse Jodie's orders.
There you go. That's a good.
Yep.
Good way to leave off with some medical advice and well wishes. So that's where we really need to be at this point. Just wish them well, and pray for the best. And that's where we need to be right now. Don't panic. Just relax. Just relax. Take a deep breath and just relax.
Yeah.
All right.
He's not going anywhere. He didn't walk out. He didn't get fired.
Yes.
He's just sick. That's it. Get
It's
over
all right.
it.
It happens to all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a human being, just like all of us. It's okay. All will be fine.
That's right. I know I've had to take a little bit of time off of work for illness.
Yeah. So have I.
So
all of us have.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've never taken any time off. I'm like a Terminator. I just keep going. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Yeah. Everybody gets sick and has to stay home and rest.
That's
and
right.
Bray is no different. He's a human being.
That's right.
Well said.
So thank you all for joining us this evening. Hopefully we've helped you relax a little bit. I'll try not to put you to sleep on the way out, but thank you all so much, even though Dom has a special gift that's coming his way soon. Audiobooks by Jeff.
Oh,
yes.
Just playing.
Yes.
Just playing. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Keep your head up and keep supporting Bray. Thank you all for joining us. And if you want to check out Impact Wrestling, we'll be back on Thursday night for our Impact Wrestling watch along. So check us out then. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification bell so you know when we're on, because we got a lot coming up. So take care, everyone, and we will see you next time on Abby's Window.
So what do you say? You want to see my secret?